What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of The Reset. We have below me Miss Charmaine Clark, aka Char. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? When she out there on them streets, she'll cut you. You know what I'm talking about? And next to her, we have the most talented Lillian Ross. Lillian, I know we joke about Lillian all the time about not having no job because, you know, she ain't really got one anyway. But anyway, Lillian actually left her job at Verizon to take care of two elderly parents. She has a son that is autistic, and she has a brother who is now currently slightly disabled due to some medical issues. So Lillian left her job to become a caretaker to take care of her family.
Superwoman.
So she would do anything for you. But now that that's out the way, we will continue to roast her about not having no regular job. So I just want to let the audience know that she is working, but she's taking care of her family diligently. But the jokes will continue. And above her, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Slim Williams Games. You know what I'm saying? He just launched his channel today. Please go check out Slim Williams Games and Slim Williams Entertainment. All right, Len, what's up for tonight?
Sure.
What we got?
Sure. Topic for this evening, everyone.
Yeah, what we got?
So the question of the day, submissive or not?
Right.
Men, do you want a submissive woman? Women, will you be submissive to your man?
Okay. Well, listen, I want y'all to answer that question first. I believe that me and Jerron always take the helm and kind of answer those questions. And
why me?
First, you know what I'm saying? And then we get drugged in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, bad.
So I want Charmaine to answer that question. Then Lillian, then I'll say my piece on that.
Well, I will be submissive to my husband. If he is a standing and upright man. Of course, we know that sometimes with some men, you know, are in a marriage, things will, you know, you will have some turbulent times and things of that nature. But I think we stated in previous episodes, you know, goals and priorities and communication is the key and the glue to having a longevity and in a successful marriage. So that's the only man I will be submissive to, you know, for as me. It has to be a commitment marriage that I will be submissive to. And if he is standing in upright and leading in the right way, of course, we're not going to agree on all things. But if it's, you know, if we can encourage each other, if I can encourage him, as I like to say, stroke his ego a lot. I don't see why a woman or myself would not be submissive. Okay. But if he's out here reckless and just doing crazy things and still want my you know, attention and respect, because respect goes a long way. It's a two-way street as well. So of course it's going to be some pushback. You know, if you're out here doing reckless and crazy things, of course, if you're talking about diving into businesses and things of that nature, of course, I'm like-minded in that area. So of course, I'm going to support and be submissive to that. But just foolishness, no, I won't do that.
All right. That's the political answer.
They ain't gonna give us the truth. They ain't gonna give it the raw. They gonna get a ghetto answer. They gonna get a ghetto answer.
Listen, Lynn might give the ghetto answer, but it's definitely going to be some of the things that I've said. It's not political. I think most women feel that way. You're not just going to be submissive to any man who said that come in your life, and if they have not shown
be submissive at all. It don't matter what
man.
Man,
Yeah,
cat,
listen,
dog, rat.
you got to show the track record for most women to be submissive. Now, if you coming in and you haven't did anything successful on your own prior to us, coming together. And that don't mean having $1 million in the bank. I mean, you can try to do a business or what have you, and it may not succeed, but at least I know you tried. So I will not be submissive to a man who has not proven himself in some shape, form, or fashion. I would be the stupid one.
All right. Go ahead, Lily.
Oh,
Boss.
okay. I'm sorry.
You doing, chick?
So I'll it won't definitely take me that long to say what I got to say about this subject. Only a fool argues with a fool, and
Okay.
only a fool follows a fool. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
So if I definitely agree with being submissive to a man, I wouldn't have any problem with that at all. Just as Charmaine was saying, as long as he has aligned himself correctly, I think a man should have some type of relationship with God. You have to have something
That's a
to make
must.
sure you are aligned correctly
Yes.
so that you can take care of your family, you can take care of himself, his family, but you got to have some kind of center, you know to have some kind of conscience or
Mhm.
willingness to do the right thing for your family and yourself. So
Yes.
that would be my one thing. Let's have some kind of alignment going on. Secondly, I mean, yeah, we're a team. So yes, you are the head of the house, of course. I will do whatever you need to make sure the house and we are fine,
Mhm.
Um, but as Charmaine was saying, if you on that fool bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's I probably follow your ass and right out the door. You know what I'm talking
And
about?
the other
So
way.
yeah. I'm gonna go this way, and you go ahead.
Going
You go ahead. Where you go ahead, bro? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet you there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on it.
Headache.
All right,
Yeah.
Dron, what you think?
Well, I think, man, when it comes to us, first of all, if you can find somebody who's willing to be submissive, even if, because I believe a man can do a lot of things in a relationship. A man can come in, he can provide, he can be the guy for you. I just think that nowadays it's so hard for somebody to be submissive because they got that fear, well, I don't want him to basically be over me. It's all about I'm independent, I'm this, I'm that. It's all about self. So it's hard to be submissive if you're so worried about self. If you come in worrying about yourself and thinking about yourself throughout the whole entire relationship, it's gonna be hard to submit to anything. Because in order to be submissive, you got to be a student of some sort to listen and be willing to listen. Everybody can't be the damn teacher. Somebody got to listen. Somebody got to listen. Somebody has to lead. And you can't have two people trying to lead in two different directions and y'all both living in the same house. So one person has to fall back and say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let the guy take charge. I'm gonna let the guy be the man. I think nowadays a lot of women wants to play the man role and they want to come in and do the man's job. And then when the man ain't doing the job, they bitch at the man saying, well, you ain't doing what I need to do. Well, hell, you doing it. So
it's probably because they're so used to
Because you're
doing
taking too
it.
long.
Like no, like
You're
there's
taking too long.
women are so used to being a mama and daddy. So
Exactly.
sometimes when the real one finally comes, it's hard to
Great.
see.
Yes.
Yeah, like, oh, you know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree with that, Lillian. But at the same time, I
Yeah.
feel like you can't ask God for certain things, like and then when you get it, you don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask God for certain things, but then when He open that door and show you the avenue, oh, that looked like too much work. That looked like that's gonna be a problem over here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to whether men want a submissive woman, I think it's a double-edged sword. We want a submissive woman, but we don't want a woman that don't have a backbone. You know what I'm saying? We don't want a jelly back woman. We want a
Right.
woman that's submissive when it comes to some things, but know how to, you know what I'm saying, grab your ass, snatch you up and tell you, you know, what you're doing
Yeah.
wrong, and how you need to straighten up on other ends,
Right.
other ends of fence. But,
Right.
you know, in certain aspects, I think it need to be a little bit of both. Do the 50-50 model work? Well, it's, you know, you're 50%, I'm 50%, we work it like that. I still don't think that works. I think somebody has to be the silent partner. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jerron said, somebody has to lead it. Somebody has to grab the bulls by the horn and say, "This is where we're going." Now,
And the
and
and the
you have to
praying partner.
right, and you have to trust me to
There
take
you
us
go.
where we want to go. You have to be able. I know it don't look like this right now. You know what I'm saying? I know a young lady whose husband convinced them to leave their apartment and and buy some land and get a trailer, and say, "Well, we're gonna pay off the trailer, and then we can use the land to purchase a home." You know what I'm saying? So everybody around her in her circle said, "Man, I wouldn't do that. That's stupid. Look what you did." I think 2 years went by, 3 years went by, and they were saying, "Man, this dude done took you all the way out here, put you in his raggedy trailer. You know what I'm saying? What y'all ain't got nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying?" And then on that fourth year, you know what I'm saying? On that fourth year, she left. Like she dipped out because they was having some problems in the house because she lost the vision that he had set.
Wow.
But when she
Time.
came back home, that house was up. And see, and it wasn't the fact that she left the reason why the house went up. It was the reason why for 4 years he was trying to save his money. So not only was the house up, it wasn't completely finished, but she was able to see what was going on. But the
Wow.
house was paid for. So it took 4 years of that struggle in order to get to where she went to. And now when she got where she at, she don't even have a mortgage. She don't have anything.
Wow.
So she has a brand new house, you know what I'm saying, a room for every one of her kids, you know what I'm saying, everything that she wanted in the house, just like she envisioned, and with no mortgage payment. So I, I
Wow.
think I think sometimes, like I said, we want that submissiveness and then we don't want it. And I don't know how to explain to women how to turn it on and turn it off. I think sometimes some women are too overbearing, and they,
Yeah.
they get a man, they get married,
Well,
and then they want to dominate that man's life. That man can't breathe, he can't do anything. And then when he makes a decision, it's no, because
Yep.
I said it's not gonna happen that way. So
Right.
then you pretty much take the man out of the man. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
that's just my take on it.
Well, I think, for women, and I think for men as well, we need mentors. Um, like your OGs who've been married for years that you can, go as a woman, you can go and have that conversation with an older woman who's been there and someone that you trust and you see the results from her being married so many years. Because
Mm.
they went through the struggles. That's not something either or can learn on their own. Like we do need mentors that we respect,
Mm.
that can give us advice that maybe our significant other cannot give us. And I think that is missing a lot. Like I have two OGs, 70-year-olds that I call them my spiritual mothers, and we often have conversations.
Yeah.
And they have enlightened me on a lot of things when it comes to marriage, relationships, being submissive, and doing it the right way. So it's not something I can just learn from my home girl we all grew up and hang out and go out for drinks with, because you don't want to have that type of conversations,
That's
maybe
a
a
good
general
point.
conversation or as someone called margarita conversations around the
Right.
table. You might talk here and there. When you want to get to the meat of things and you really trying to grow as a woman, and take yourself to the next level, because it all is about growth as well, spiritually as a woman. And you want to be with you want to be able to submit to a man who can help you grow as a woman and grow spiritually as well. So I think it takes the OGs, as I like to say, to help usher other women in to try to get to that point, if that's what they want. It got to be
Yeah, I mean,
something that you
see,
want.
that's a good example if that's what they want. You have a lot of women as well as a lot of men. You have a lot of women that don't know how to be wives, and a lot of men that don't know how to be husbands.
And they should not want to
And that's
get
just the bottom
married.
line. That's just the
And
bottom
they
line.
should not want to. And they should not want to get married.
Right, and you said let alone be submissive. So
Yeah.
I think
You know what? I think the perception is. I ain't gonna cut you off. Sorry, Travis.
well, go
The
ahead.
perception of submissive nowadays is a negative connotation, so
Yeah.
to speak. And it's not. You really have to understand and learn the true definition of submissive, being submissive, and not like I said from your homegirls and what they experienced through their marriage and yada yada. You won't be able to get a true definition of that, and that's where I think the OGs will come into play to really explain. No, no, honey, you don't do that. Yada yada. This is how you get what I'm saying. So it takes work within that person, individual, before they can give themselves to someone else.
Lynn, she said work, I didn't. Um, anyway,
You know what I mean, Lynn.
I know what you did, Charmaine. Yes, ma'am, I did. Mhm.
Charmaine.
Well, that word right there, boy, about
Yeah,
men out.
Oh my God.
But listen, I think, not only that men and women these days don't know how to be, husband and wives to each other. I think that there's an agenda against men, period, on becoming men. Because most of a lot of black people, a lot of black families don't have the father in the house. So the male is pretty much groomed by the woman.
That's true.
Which in my opinion, and I'm not saying that this is true on all fronts, because I'm saying, for a long time, my mom, that's all I had, I'm saying, and until my father came along. So they're raised to be sort of submissive. I don't want to say like, wholeheartedly, like you're gonna bow down, you'll be submissive, you're gonna do this. I think it's a psychological thing, because you don't have a male in the house to groom you and show you how to be dominant, how to be, to take charge, how to take over. So, I think that comes down the road for some men, but not all men. Because you got a lot of guys in relationships, man, and you listen to the conversations that they're having, and these guys sound like a bunch of bitches. I'm like, what are you? Why are you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you arguing about who's gonna pay what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stupidest conversation that I've ever heard somebody have. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all in the same house, y'all trying to get to the same goal, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But why are we arguing about who's finna pay your light bill? Why are we arguing about, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I
think some men are
crazy.
I think some men are scared to make big decisions. Some of them are scared of your responsibilities, even though they are willing to play the role of family.
Right.
But in actuality, they are, scared of making, big decisions as it pertains to, having a family. And that is a lot on a man. You got kids. And you get it different because you're doing that, Travis.
No. Listen,
I'm saying for some men, it is.
It was a point in my life where I didn't really care about, two damn things, two nickels rubbed together. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until my children came along that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I still wanted to not care, but then I look back at them, in that car seat, and then I have to change something within me to give them something I never had. So my kids is what led me to take bigger risks to get where I'm at. It led me to take bigger risks. I had to sit my behind down. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about everything I was paying for and what I was buying and all the shit I didn't need. I had to watch my budget and then plan and scheme and plot. And I don't want to put it that way, but it is what it is. Look, if I'm planning on buying a house, or I'm planning on getting this particular vehicle to make sure that my kids get, from A to B safely, and that I don't have to worry about anybody trying to walk in on a house on them, you know what I'm saying, when they sleep, I have to do what I have to do as a man, regardless of any woman that's around, regardless of anybody else that's coming in this room. My plans don't even consider, to be honest with you, I ain't even consider the plans from anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I knew where I wanted to be at. If it's like, look, if I to get up here, I had to formulate a plan to get here. Whatever your plans are, it's fine. And I will try to incorporate those and try to work around that and try to make that happen. But at this point in time, when that vision is there, this is when I need you to be submissive. This is when I need you to say, okay, that sounds like a good plan. Let me back you up. Let me help push you when I'm discouraged and I feel like quitting. And then I need you to come and say, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be okay. Get back out there. We're gonna try it again. When I get that setback and I get knocked backwards, I need you to say, okay, I need you to get out there. I need you to do this. It's for our family and remind me of my goals. That's what I need. I don't need anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't need I don't need that. I don't need the lip. I don't need the drama. I don't all that BS because you can't see what's going on. What I need you to do, if I'm not taking you to prison, if I'm not doing nothing immoral, if I'm not doing nothing illegal, you know what I'm saying? I need you to shut up and follow me down.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. You know what I mean?
Travis, you hit the key words. You say I. Me, you know, referencing yourself because you had a plan, and you know, you having your kids push you even more to develop your plan and try to follow that plan much as possible, right? So, but you do have those men that do have kids and still don't have a plan, don't have a vision, and I'm saying I think those are some of the men that are scared of responsibilities, but they will put on a perception of, and I like to call it water cooler talk. You get around your homeboys and say, yeah, my kids, my family, yada, yada, this and that. But in actuality, you know, you're really not doing your part. And we have a lot of that. Hello there.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, Dylan?
What's up, Dylan?
and we have a lot of that. You get what I'm saying? So you are it's very few. I'm not saying it's not all. You do have a lot of men that do have the vision, do have the plans, and their kids just really push them, put them in extra gear. But you do have those that still did not step up to the plate and still had kids and still.
I mean, in that case, Charmaine, I just feel like they just don't give a damn. I mean, it's not the fact that they don't care about.
And those are some of the men, some of our sisters, whoever we know that we get in relationship with some of those guys.
Right.
And so it's hard to be submissive. I'm just saying, it's hard to be submissive to a man with no vision.
Well, then I think you shouldn't be with that man. You don't
have a vision. I totally agree.
You know what I'm saying? Or that woman.
Sisters out there.
You know what I'm saying? Or that woman. I don't like moving scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
I don't like that. I don't like tiptoeing around things. I don't like, you know what I'm saying, sugarcoating stuff. You know, I had this conversation, I think, on I think, you know, after the show where we get together and we kind of talk. And I think the last episode you missed, Miss Charmaine, and I was telling Lynn and Jerron, I said, man, you know, I kind of, you know, hold back a lot, you know, when it comes to this show, because I'm like, my mama watching, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to call motherfucker, you know, when you're not watching. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to say these things when my mom was watching, you know what I'm saying? And Lord knows if my grandma was alive, I don't even know. I mean, I might have to change my voice up over here, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, you know, you
got to have a vision.
You can't get.
You have to have a vision.
Moving scared. You can't get anywhere moving scared. Period. Everybody that's made the giant leaps in their life and took those giant risks are the most successful. They're also the ones who failed the most too. So you know what I'm saying? The A students work for the C students. They work for the D students. They work for the F students because these students have failed most of their life.
Right.
And then they get into a point where they meet the success. They're not scared to take a risk at this point in time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they already tasted failure enough times to know it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Let me get out here and try again. Where you may have an A student or a scholar who goes out and fail, and then they don't want to do anything else. So, I mean, I don't know. What's the next topic? We got a few minutes. What you got? What else you got?
Sure. And just to piggyback off of what you said, Trial, even if you are scared, I think you should do it afraid. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it anyway. Because you already failed if you don't try. So,
exactly.
I completely agree with you, Trial.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. Anyway.
No, I retract all of that.
You
agreeing to it. I retract all that. I ain't mean none of that.
You taking all that back.
I was sorry. I was be sorry, boss.
But the next topic: if men keep their money and women keep their body, who will beg first?
I can answer that question.
Now, whether it's going to be correct, you know, but
it's the bottom line is it's been like this since the beginning of time. All right, since the very beginning of time, when Adam was lonely.
Oh Lord!
All right, and the law.
The book of Genesis. The book of Genesis.
Oh Lord! Here we go.
Eve, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
You've been trying to get it in ever since. There wasn't no money back then. There wasn't no dollars. What you think they was trading bananas? I'm gonna give you 3 bananas to give you that ass. You know, they ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line is men will break first. Bottom line, we are visual creatures. We are creatures of habit. We see something we like. I'm gonna tell you, men have radar. For everybody watching that don't know, we can be doing something, we can be doing open heart surgery. If something was to walk by that door and you about to cut an artery, you looking, you might be killing the dude that you're working on, but the radar go off and it puts you right in the vicinity. It may not throw you right on the target, but it puts you right in the area. You know what I'm saying? You just look up and just so happen it's something over there walking, you know what I'm saying, with some bright future behind it. You know what I'm talking about, drawing? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, I'm like, you know, so anyway, so I mean, and then you got some women that are hound dogs too. So I mean, you I don't know. I think it's 50-50. I think it's some women that just want it all the time, just like it's some guys that want it all the time. But I think more so guys. I think the men will break first. What do you think, Jerome?
I mean, look. damn it, I ain't saying. I ain't waiting. Anybody got time for all that? We don't got one life. We got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you said men got the money and women got the body. And what was the land? I want to make sure I'm right.
Yeah, sure. So the question is, if men keep their money, and women,
you can have it. And I tell you what,
nah, bro,
you can have it.
No, Ron, no, I disagree with you on that. You can't have my damn. No, hell no. Ass free. What you talking about? All this ass running around you for free.
No. Ass is free, but what Lynn's saying, who can hold out first? In that case,
yeah.
I don't ask
you're not right on that end. No, we ask first. We gonna ask first. All you gotta do is be walking by butt naked with an apple on. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened to Eve. You know, look what happened to Adam. Look what happened to Adam. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, don't eat from this tree. And here comes Eve, butt naked, holding the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And they go ask him if he want to bite. Hell yeah, I want to bite. That's why we right now. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think?
Well, I think you and Jerron answered the question because that's what I think.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all would.
Well, Adam, you talk about Adam. Adam had some nerve, didn't he? Eve ate the fruit, and Adam messed around and tried to blame God. Well, you made it. What you calling me for?
Hold on. Adam putting all the blame on Eve.
No. John, what you misunderstanding is the power of what's down there, Jerron. You missing that what's down there, what create them babies? You know what I'm saying? This dude defied the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Listen, this dude had God on speed dial. He had the Lord on deck. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, what's up, God? You know what I'm saying? It was some gang sign stuff. But this man said, I don't care about what you say. She naked with an apple in her hand. I'm gonna get that. That's what. Think about it. Y'all think about it. I'm right on that though. I am completely right. I don't care what y'all say.
I concur.
That's how powerful it is, Tron.
I know.
That you defy the Lord over that. Come on now. It's a little different today. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like man's not as close to God as they was back then. You know, it was like, you know what I'm saying? They can just call out and he like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think it's a little harder for me to imagine define, you know, during that point in time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? During that point in time. You know, today I understand, but during that point in time, when he like, okay, you don't want to listen to me? All right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But,
exactly.
But yeah, it don't take much. Y'all go walk around with a burlap sack on. It's gonna be somebody.
Y'all crazy.
It's gonna be
that right there,
somewhere.
That right there should be a lesson to all y'all women who think y'all bad.
That's right.
Adam fell for a naked woman with a fruit, and you think you coming around with your with a Birkin bag? Talking about nah. All men want is an apple.
Let those girls know, Jerron.
All it takes is an apple.
It don't take much. It don't. It don't take much, especially when you younger. You 18, 19 years old, the wind blow, you know what I'm saying, a certain direction. It's on anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Ready to poke
anybody.
You know what I'm talking about? So what I'm saying is, we'll break on that.
The only reason that I would agree with y'all, because I do agree with what y'all are saying, you know, which is it's a strange night tonight, because normally I don't agree with nothing y'all got to say, you know what I'm saying? So this is a really strange night. But...
Okay.
Don't get me started, because you know we only got 4 minutes, and don't get me started, because even though it is all powerful down there, you know what I'm saying? It's gotten a lot of dudes in trouble. We can just start with the Bible.
Oh, man.
But we ain't even going to talk about throughout history. You know what I'm saying?
Samson.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to talk about half the stuff that goes on when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So technically, if you want to be technical, we probably would have been better off if y'all wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all wouldn't survive.
What are you talking about?
Y'all wouldn't have survived.
Yeah, we would have survived.
Not by yourselves.
Yeah. You know how many girlfriends we already got attached to us? You know what I'm saying? What you talking about?
It's not the same.
Stuff done.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, I would have a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? I would have had all that.
Yeah, a lot more stuff done.
It's coming though. But you know, none of y'all can get in it. No, it's just for me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a dummy made of myself, and I'm gonna put it in the passenger seat, and I'm gonna drive around with me all day.
You're crazy.
Okay, so it will be 2 dummies. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. It'd be 2 dummies, but just listen. You can learn a lot from a dummy. Right?
A whole lot.
Yeah. Look at Trump. Yeah. We don't learn a lot from that dummy. So did y'all vote yet? How many people voted? I voted.
Today.
I have
voted.
You're
the only one that ain't vote yet.
No, so this year was a lot different, because this is the first year that we voted as a family. Like we all decided to do like the mail-in vote option.
Okay.
So, you know, the old folks, you know, they didn't really know exactly how to do it. So we had to call the Kershaw Voters Registration Office. We got the information. We got all of us got our packets. So we did it as a family. So
that was good.
This is the first time O voted. So,
Okay, good.
so that's just how important we all thought that this was on this
Oh, yeah, that's
election.
good.
Well, good.
That's really
Well, listen, we're down to like the last few minutes, actually, less than a minute. I do want to say that the very next episode of the Reset, we're gonna have a special episode featuring domestic violence. Charmaine Clark is gonna host that one out. We got a few people that we like to get on to talk about their experiences. We're still working through the kinks with that. To make sure that their identities are protected before we do showcase them on the show.
That's true.
If we're not able to do that, or these people feel uncomfortable, we will still go with the show, just without that part of that, and then we can talk about some experiences with people that we know, and we definitely look forward to the comments below. But less than a minute, anything you got to say? Anybody? Swing by the battle.
This has been a really weird episode. So,
Because you
Yeah, because you have been agreeing, Lynn.
I'm agreeing, and I really I had to cuss nobody out today. I mean, I don't know.
Your eyebrows are drawn on straight today. Your hair ain't moving. You know what I'm talking about? So good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Don't start. Okay, do not start.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all on the next episode. We out.
All righty.
All right.
Peace.